We continue to expose this, this corruption within this government and the incompetence by the CBSA in the handling of the ArriveScam. And it's not just the CBSA, it's the Procurement Ministry, it's also Public Health Ministry. All three individuals, all three ministers and ministries were involved in the rollout of this failed, disastrous app. We continue to show Canadians that they did not receive value for money. And as you know, today is the deadline for the government to give us a roadmap as to how we are going to get some of the money back that was delivered to individuals and companies that actually did no work at all. One thing for the government to stand up, and we've heard the Prime Minister, we've heard various ministers saying, people will be held accountable. This is completely unacceptable. Things that we would expect to hear from the government. But at this point, no one has been fired. No one has been suspended other than two individuals who used to work at the CBSA who spoke truth to power and actually got suspended without pay for naming names and indicating to committee members that the presidents and some other individuals who testified were actually lying at committee. So no one is taking responsibility, no one is being held accountable, which in my view, it harkens back to who is responsible?
Exactly.
Who ultimately bears the cost of this?
Who signed off? Whose name was on this?
This is the Prime Minister's problem. These are the minister's problems. Are they completely inept? Were they completely asleep at the wheel that they had no idea what was going on? Case in point. Minister Duclos. Minister Duclos became the Minister of Procurement Services this past summer. Now, this past summer, we already knew that there was a complaint that was being investigated by the RCMP that was received by the CBSA, and we heard evidence that the president of the CBSA did not see fit to inform incoming Minister Duclos about a complaint that's now being investigated by the RCMP. Why did she withhold that piece of crucial evidence? She's to blame for that, but more importantly, why wasn't Minister Duclos simply asking for all the information on his portfolio? I would think as a responsible minister, responsible for a serious portfolio, you would want to know about what's happening, what's occurring in your department, trouble spots in your department, crises that are happening in your department, issues that might cause embarrassment, not only to the minister and to the government. So why wasn't Minister Duclos asking the president as he started his new portfolio about trouble issues that would cause some grief to the government? He did not.
He did not. The only thing I can come up with, the less you know, the more you can deny.
Well, it's plausible deniability, but that does not hold any weight in a parliamentary democracy, because ultimately you are responsible. Whether you asked or not, the buck stops with you and ultimately to the Prime Minister.
I agree.